Yeah, what up, you guys? Rough start to the morning. Have to deal with some personal stuff. And then I need to be back here by 4 o'clock for my show. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this stuff now. Because, yeah. I gotta be back here by 4. So that only gives me like a few hours. I've been dealing with stuff this morning since like 10 o'clock. So, yeah, just trying to get my life together. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start. Cool. Peace. What up, y'all? So I have my show today at 4 o'clock, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm like really bummed right now. Yeah, just a lot of personal problems, like financial stuff, and I'm pretty bummed right now. I'm not in the best mood for my show right now, and that sucks. Because I want to give a good performance. I'm gonna try and like get all this stuff out of my head so that I can give you guys a good show. But man, I'm like really, really bummed right now. I'm gonna try and like fix my shit, get my shit together in the next couple of hours. So we'll see. Fuck. Okay. Alright. I don't know what else to say. Let's just get ready for the show. Alright, talk to you guys later. Peace. Yo, what up, y'all? So I'm out here trying to deal with like my personal situations right now. I don't want to get too much into detail of that stuff. Just because it's a little personal. But all that is there to be known is that like I'm in a little bit of a financial predicament and struggle right now, just as everybody else is with COVID, you know. So I'm not the only one, you know. It's a problem that everyone else is going through right now. So but I'm here trying to deal with it. But I have my show in 2 hours, and on my way here to like where I needed to be, I was talking with my friend on the phone, trying to like, I wasn't really trying to decompress anything, but I was just talking with him. Just because I was trying to return a call that, you know, he did last night, and I ended up just like blurting all this shit out. But, you know, something that we ended up talking about was like, or that, you know, I guess I ended up figuring out myself, is that like, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, he was asking me about like ways that I could like relax myself, right? Or like things like that, you know, or what I can do to like, you know, try and get out of my headspace before my show, you know? And so like he was like, because growing up, like, you know, I did music and that's what he knew me for. And then like he's been involved with like my writing and stuff. So he was like, oh, why don't you write? And I was like, oh, writing is cool, but it just like calms me. It doesn't really like do anything too much for me, you know? And then he was like, well, why don't you sing or play the guitar? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I get a little too emotional. And I'm like, you know, usually that's better if I don't have anything else to do for my day. And I'm not sure if I'm trying to like be mad emotional and cry right before my show. And then I was like, and I was talking about it, and I was just like, you know, like those activities, like singing, playing the guitar, playing the piano, dancing, writing, like all those things I do, and they calm me, you know, they're fun, and they calm me, you know. But other than a calming feeling, you know, I don't really feel too much from it, you know. I feel slightly pressured when I do it, actually, just because like, I don't know, it's something that it's not something that I particularly want to be good at, but it's just something I feel like I should be good at. I don't know why. Maybe because I've done all those things for a long time in my life, you know. except for writing. I don't know, writing I just feel like pressured, I think, just because it's a new thing, and it's like I haven't released any of it yet, so it's like I feel pressured about it. But I was talking about it, and it's like most of it is just calming stuff, right? But acting, being like, I was telling him like that, like the opportunity to perform tonight is just like, it makes me so happy, you know, that I just get the opportunity to perform and practice my skills, and you know, do it in front of other people. You know, it's like I've been out here for 2 years, and for 2 years I wasn't doing anything for other people. I wasn't doing any performance for other people, you know. I was just working, you know. And now that I have an opportunity to perform, like, it just makes me really happy, and I love it, you know. The way I feel when I'm on stage or in front of a camera, it feels really relieving, and not only relieving, but I also feel like I'm happy. I feel like I'm like overjoyed, I don't know, and it's just one of the greatest feelings that I have, and I love it, you know. And that's why I want to keep pursuing it. And like, even though this is like something that like I realize, and it's like, even if everything in my life is going wrong, if I still get the opportunity to perform in front of people, and to perform, you know, just to perform and practice my art and practice on my skills and get better, like, as long as I get that opportunity, like, I'm happy, you know, because it's what I want to do at the end of the day, and I love it. And I wouldn't trade it for anything, even though I've been through so much struggle and ups and downs over the last 2.5 years now. Like, I wouldn't trade it for anything, because it's what I love. It's what I love to do. And even if I'm hurting, like, it just makes me happy that I can practice what I want to do and do it for other people, you know. So I just need to get my shit together before my show in 2 hours, and just live in that moment, and like do my best to give you guys a good show, you know. Yeah. So that's it. Thank you for everyone who supported me, and I love you guys. And everyone who will support me, or like whatever, you know. But you know, I love all of you guys, so thank you guys. So all right, I'm gonna go deal with this stuff and then prepare for my show. Peace, y'all. Yo, so the bank I just went to, the inside is closed, and so I need to go to a different one. Yeah, but other than that, something I wanted to add on was that before I moved to California, my younger brother, he talked to me, you know, when I decided that I wanted to move to California. I was actually staying with him. So like, kind of like what happened was, you know, acting has always been something that I wanted to do, right? It's something that I always wanted to pursue. And then in college I got very distracted, you know, and then towards my senior year, I got in a relationship that I was like really serious about. And so I kind of like, you know, put my dreams aside, because it wasn't like financially responsible, and I wanted to try and like make an opportunity to become a responsible person, because like I was really serious about my relationship, you know, a financially responsible person, a reliable person, because, you know, I was very serious about it. And then I you know, I ended up breaking up with that girlfriend, with that ex. I broke up with that ex, and it was pretty tough on me. So I spent a week, like literally the day I broke up, I went to Philadelphia and stayed with my brother for a week, right? And during that week, that's when I decided that I was gonna really pursue acting, and like, you know, and move to California. That's when I decided, during that week. And it wasn't because of like what had happened. My brother was asking me questions about my own life, you know, he wasn't asking me about anything about what happened with that relationship. He was asking me, he was telling me, he was like, what do you want to do with your life? You know, he was asking me, well, where do you see yourself? What is it that you want to do? What do you love? You know, and I took a day to think about it, you know? And then when I came to him with my answer, you know, I decided that I wanted to really pursue acting and like chase that dream, you know? I didn't have anyone to worry about except for myself now, you know? And I want to make that dream happen. So I told him that. And then, you know, I started like hitting up people that I knew in California and being like, hey, like, do you know a good place for like asking them questions, probing about like California, like, you know, how much is rent? Do you know good places to live? What are safe neighborhoods? Things of that sort, you know? And then also possibly like, hey, if I move there and I don't find a place, would it be okay if I crashed on your couch for like a couple weeks, you know? So I started hitting people up right away during that week. And then when I talked to my brother asked me, he was like, all right, how serious are you about this, you know? And I was like, I'm really serious. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. And he asked me, he's like, are you serious enough that you would go homeless for this? Like, are you prepared to be homeless pursuing this, you know? And that was a serious question that he asked me. You know, it wasn't a joke question. It's a serious question because there's a lot of people out here who pursued this dream and they end up homeless, or are pursuing this dream and they are homeless, you know? It's a realistic thing. And like, I knew that going in because I've heard it from a lot of people's stories, you know, that have made it, like they lived in their cars, you know, or things of that sort. They lived in the RV, they were like, you know, struggling to pay rent, some things like that, you know? So like he asked me that question as a real probing question to gauge how serious I was. And immediately I answered, I said, yes, 100%. I'm ready to go homeless for this, you know? And that hasn't changed, you know? And not that I want to be homeless. I'm not saying that I want to be, you know, homeless. But something I'm like ready to do. I'm ready to sacrifice a lot to pursue this dream, you know? I don't want to get that harsh, but I've been through a lot of ups and downs. I mean, you know, I moved from couch to couch. When I first moved out here, I lived in my car, you know? So, you know, I've done a lot of that, and I've come a far and long way, you know, since moving out here in California. But, like, that mindset hasn't changed, and talking with my friend helped remind me of that, you know? Especially when I thought about how much I love acting, love what I'm doing. Because as long as I get the opportunity, that's all that matters, you know? So that was like something he seriously asked me, and something I seriously had to think about when I decided to move out here to California. And I haven't changed that mindset at all. I'm happy to be here. I wouldn't change anything, even for all the hardships I've gone through, and I'm ready to keep moving. So yeah, all right. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Peace out. Yo, just finished up with the show, and yeah, had a great time. It was a lot of fun. Definitely something that helped me, you know, lift my spirits. Love performing with those guys, you know. Did the best with the medium that we had and tried to keep the ball moving. So a little hiccups here and there, but it happens, you know, it happens. And just keep moving with it, you know. So had a great time with everybody. And if you watch, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you guys for the support. Yeah, so that's a big relief. Now I just have to deal with my real life situation now. But yeah, things are good. I'm basically just gonna do some work for my boss today, and then do some acting rehearsal, because there's an audition, an open talent audition that I need to submit to by Friday, and then I also have to prepare for my class as well. So cool. All right, y'all. That's it. Oh, and I'm gonna work out probably after dinner. So I will work out today though. So peace. What up, y'all? Well, I kind of passed out a little bit. Still haven't eaten the whole day. I'm really hungry now. Let's eat some food. Still early enough for me to do stuff, so still need to edit my video. So yeah, cool. Peace. Yo, What's good, y'all? So I'm editing V58 right now, and like I'm looking at my 2-month progress photo, right? And like, bro, I really want to switch workouts like so badly. Let me see. My like hands aren't covering. All right, here it is. These are the 3 progress photos. It's like, bro, I feel like no different, but what's up with my face? Like every time, like what the fuck am I looking at? Except for this guy. This guy's just like, bro, what are you doing with your shirt off? And this guy's just like, oh, I'm gonna look up at the ceiling. Yeah, what you looking at, bro? Yeah, there's like an inconsistency here though in the middle, like the current one, because it's like I took like 7 days off. But there is a difference I do see, like for here, for example, between V2 and like where I'm at now. It's like if you look here, like at my hips, right? It's very curved, right? It's very curved here at the hips, right? But then you look here and it's like, it's still curved, but I mean like it's more straight, you know? So there's definitely progress there in terms of like reducing the hip size, and like it makes the belly protrude a little bit. So even though there's no definition here really, it's like not too much. Between here and between V28 and like here, it's like I feel like I lost a little bit of muscle, a little bit. Can't really tell too much though, but I feel like maybe I got a little bit fatter, but or it's more that like my stomach has evened out more, because here it's like it's either my stomach is in V28. In V28, it's like it's either like my stomach is like it's lost it on the sides, but in the front it's still like pretty heavy. So it's like there's like it's not really a V, it's more of just like my stomach is hanging, you know. But it's thinner on the sides. It's also like a little bit more curved here in V28 as compared to my current one. But yeah, there's still like a lot of fat here. Like there's a lot of fat over here that you need to like, you know, that I need to work on. But here, this is the thing I was talking about. Like there's like that V thing, but I don't think it's a real V. I think it's more of just like my belly is like a little big, you know, and it's like starting to lose there. I don't know if you could see here, but I feel like I can see like more definition in the ribs a little bit, which is nice, which means like I am losing my stomach a little bit, but there's still no definition in the abs. But here, it's like, it's more of just like, my gut is just protruding, and that's what's making it look like there's a figure there. And then here, it's like you can start to see a little bit of the rib action, but you can still tell that there's like a lot of fat here, you know? Not that there's not fat here, but like there's a lot more fat here, especially towards the center. So I think I am making progress, slowly, but yeah. Sorry, yeah, that's the analysis of my progression. Yeah, but who knows? We'll see if like I got 1 more month, so I just gotta be better about this month because it's already a really bad start. So cool. All right, I'm gonna finish editing this. Peace.
We'll kill all the zombies.
Yes, we will.
I'm really rooting for those two. You know, I think they're gonna make it despite the zombie apocalypse. Guys, I want to finish with one small little thing. Okay, so everybody keep their cameras off, and I'm gonna say your name. I'm gonna say your name. I'll say like this is Sight.